What's Shakin' Nation? Welcome to OSTN News, the only national news show by students for students. I'm Robert Duns.
And I'm Jamie Wheeler. We're here at WVSU Studios in downtown Cleveland with some hot stories from college reporters across the country.
Starting us off today, President Bush isn't well known for his public speaking skills.
But in bars across the country last week, young people hung on his every word.
These 20-somethings weren't at the Ventnor Sports Cafe to watch a Washington Nationals game. Instead, they watched the State of the Union address and gulped down Bush's every word.
By itself, State of the Union is really boring, and why not make a drinking game out of it?
Patrons wrote one word on their hands in permanent marker. Each time Bush said their word, they could buy a shot for $1. Many chose the word they thought he'd say most.
America, I want to be tanked by 10 o'clock, so I figure this is a good bet.
And I really hope that for the $1 shots, Bush talks about the economy a whole lot.
The bar was standing room only on a Monday, typically one of its slowest nights of the week.
It just seems such a DC thing, I had to check it out.
But State of the Union drinking games aren't just a DC thing. Two Princeton University seniors invented their own game 7 years ago. Their 2008 site has had over 63,000 hits since the rules were posted last Friday. One of the rules? To take a shot of tequila every time Bush said, border security.
Most people probably wouldn't even watch the State of the Union that are in their 20s or early 30s. And this way, even though we're enjoying alcohol, we do get something from it.
Christy Morehouse brought 30 people from her office. They, and others, may not have sipped on Bush's address if they hadn't been at the bar.
Under normal circumstances, if I wanted to know what the president said, I can read about it the next morning.
But the next morning might bring something else for these 20-somethings, particularly if they chose the word economy.
And what's going to happen tomorrow when everybody's hungover in the office?
We're all just going to be very quiet.
Too many drinks at the local watering hole, and they may not be talking about the speech over the water cooler. From Northwestern University in Washington, this is Liz Coffey for OSTN News.
Now, there's a lot at stake these days for Border Patrol agents at the Tucson-Mexico border. Arizona State's Bonnie Bolt shows us why agents not only are defending their border, but now are defending themselves.
Units, go ahead and pull out. They're rocking you from the south side.
Incidents like these are happening almost daily at the border. Arizona Border Patrol agent Dove Haber knows firsthand about this experience. She was knocked down, kicked, and punched by two men for several minutes.
I think they felt pretty sure that they were going to be able to get rid of me and go on about their day.
Nowadays, this harsh rocky desert separating the United States and Mexico seems more like a war zone than the pristine Sonoran Desert it once was.
I guess at first I just felt angry that I was being hurt, and I wanted to just try to get away from the situation.
Border Patrol agent Mike Scioli was assaulted as well, and he knows why this is all too familiar.
They're becoming desperate.
Desperate because the Border Patrol is increasing manpower and new technology, and now agents like Haber and Scioli are finding they need to defend themselves rather than just protect the border. With more illegal immigrants being captured at the border, assaults on agents have increased, making their job even more dangerous.
Now where it's like, man, I've been caught so many times, maybe if I knock this guy down this time, I have a chance.
The Tucson sector stretches 262 miles, and with those numbers, it makes southern Arizona one of the most dangerous sectors anywhere. Last year alone, there were 216 assaults, most by rock throwing.
Not only that, now you got to fend off weapons, knives, even vehicles running you over to that degree.
The assaults involve brass knuckles, even machetes, leading agents to now require cages on patrol trucks just for their own safety.
I think every agent has some time where they feel afraid, and assaults are a big reason why.
Despite the increase in danger, Agent Scioli says by the end of this year, the number of agents is going to double in size, with the hope that assaults will also decrease.
Students across the nation are taking charge on the issue of global warming. On January 31st, more than 1,000 college campuses participated in Focus the Nation, an education day to find solutions to climate change. Syracuse University was one of the many schools hosting the event. Reporter Melissa Morton was there to find out what the students had to say.
Putting one foot in front of the other, Syracuse University and the State University of New York's College of Environmental Science and Forestry took the first step toward ending global warming. A day full of environmental speakers, government officials, and open discussions allowed students in the local community to learn from each other about what the issues are and what to do about them.
I just wanted to hear what other people were saying, and it's interesting to throw around ideas, throw out your own ideas, and hear other people's ideas to kind of get a bigger picture of what the public is really thinking.
We're the generation that's going to have to deal with this in the next 10, 20 years, so I think the more we learn about it now, the better it is.
That's part of the reason Focus the Nation reached out to universities and their students.
It's found a nice little niche in university communities. People are generally very receptive to new ideas, very creative, and I think it's just the perfect way to organize a national event that will not be an end in itself.
At the event's finale, students spoke via satellite with the executive editor of a popular online environmental publication called World Changing. Then students were given the chance to let loose as the night wrapped up with dancing and live music from local bands. They reflected issues discussed during the day, such as pushing for the White House to go green. SU's Focus the Nation coordinators say the day's attendance was even more than they had expected.
Attendance really exceeded our expectations, and I think it did what we wanted to do. We wanted to reach people who are already excited and passionate about these issues, and then we wanted to bring a whole new crowd in, and I think we did both.
If you'd like to learn more, just log on to focusthenation.org. There you can take part in the Choose Your Future vote, where you get to decide which global warming solution you think is best. And when you're done, don't forget to turn off that computer, because not only will it save you money, but it'll save energy. Reporting at Syracuse University, I'm Melissa Morton for OSTN News.
Focus the Nation's Choose Your Future vote lasts until February 12th. The poll's results will be read to government officials across the nation, and all students who vote are eligible to win a $10,000 leadership scholarship for a project of their choosing. Some well-known actors and politicians have shown their support for Focus the Nation, including Democratic presidential hopeful Barack Obama.
Coming up, the high cost of convenience on campus.
Plus, the campus countdown. Be back in 2.
Predator of the sea, terror of all men who enter the ocean. The very symbol of lurking danger. That is the shark.